Celebrity chef Gail Chandler has your easy-to-prepare St. Patrick's Day meal for you to enjoy.
Top of the day to you, laddies and lasses. Today we're going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. On the menu today we have a flower pot au flavor. We're going to be making shepherd's pie in an acorn squash with garlic smashed potatoes. Let's get to it. Wow. Yummy. We're going to take these very, very hard acorn squashes and we're going to turn them into flower pots for our shepherd's pie. Lay it on its side and cut right down the middle. Now, this is a little tricky. You have to use some pressure and you want to keep all your fingers straight down the middle. Look at that. Cut out the inside, scoop out all of the seeds to be discarded. Now we're going to put some water in the hotel pan or your baking dish. If you have some Pyrex, that's fine too. And then take the squashes that we've now halved and made beautiful little flowers with. We're going to turn over in the hotel pan so that they could steam in the oven. You can also do this in the microwave if it's more convenient. And in the oven it goes. In the oven at 325 for about 40 minutes. Bye-bye. Boil at a rolling boil for about 20 minutes. Okay, now we're going to make the filling. The filling is the best part. And when you work with proteins, you want to make sure that you don't overcook it, especially if you're going to cook it twice, which we are. We're going to bake it later. So for starters, we're going to add just a little bit of oil or butter to the saute pan. First thing is to brown the beef. Everybody wants to know where the beef is in the shepherd's pie. It's right here in the pot. The beef is about halfway done now, and usually you would take the beef out. In this case, we're just going to add the onions. For a little bit of sweetness, some white currant raisins. The aromatics really bring the flavors together, and boy, it is really perfuming the kitchen now. Now that the squash flowers are turned over and we have our hollow base, we'll be able to stuff them with the meat stuffing and put the garlic smashed potatoes on top. And this is perfect. This is just what we need. The next thing I'm going to do is dust the squash halves with a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, we're ready to stuff the squash pots of gold. Here we go. We're going to take a big scoop of the meat mixture and we're going to pack it into the squash. We want everybody to get plenty of food. That's the Chef Gail way. Go big or go home. Everything is big. Okay, next up, we're going to hand press the potatoes onto our meat patties. And you take a good handful of the potatoes. I'm wearing gloves because it's hot and I want to keep it nice and clean. We're just going to dust this for color. This doesn't add any flavor at all. It just adds a little bit of color and it looks pretty. Right into the oven. Bye-bye. All right, after baking for 30 minutes, we open up the door and look at what we've got. Isn't that beautiful? And they're all individually portioned. For
more tasty recipes, go to chefgales.com. For Push Pause, this is Archie Snowden wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day.